In those days there came into the kingdom of Wessex a stranger named Asaph, a man of unknown birth and distant lands. He was neither merchant nor warrior, neither priest nor nobleman. Yet he spoke with learning and carried many curious writings whose letters were unknown to the people. And Asaph spoke often in the marketplaces and near the halls of the elders. He spoke of an age yet to come, wherein old kingdoms would fade and new wisdom would arise beneath the courses of the stars. He spoke also of a heavenly queen, radiant beyond the moon, whose coming would herald the turning of a great wheel of ages. Many among the common folk listened with wonder, and some followed him from village to village. Yet others feared his words, saying that no man should speak of things hidden from God. Then the elders of the settlement gathered before the ealdorman, and they spoke against the stranger.
And the ealdorman declared,
"Let this man depart from our lands, for he troubles the minds of honest folk with mysteries beyond their station."
Thus Asaph departed from Wessex.
Some say he journeyed eastward across the sea. Some say he sought the wisdom of distant scholars. Others say he vanished into the mist and was seen no more. Yet among the old people, it is still remembered that before he left, he looked once toward the heavens and said,
"The queen shall come when the stars remember their ancient places."
And none understood his meaning.
Om þann dag kom som främde man into Éjszakai reis. Asaph geheiten Ophiel lande ändan kudret sinne.
Noes het chapman.
Ne tempa, ne sasert, ne eolak. He spraik nid meiser lare, an bær fel av reit likra boka þæra stafastætt folk ne kude.
And Asaph fell a sprike on chapstone, and before him þæra ildrena hílum.
He sæfte betidum, þekit tovar de vairum, þone ealde reis, gevitan skjoldum, and niwe wisdom as under tungla rine arisan.
Hiak hi sprike behio von mikre kwenam.
Beordre thonne semona.
Þæra kaiming Michaelra ilda huert geta knode.
Manega thais voices gehirton hinne mit undrunge.
And sume him filikton from tune to tune.
Odre him ondredom.
And quaidon þætnan manne skjolde sprekkan.
Betan the god dirnunga gehold.
Þagje samnodon þa ildran hig beforan.
Than ealdormen.
En spraikon ongian thone fremdan.
Tha quaise ealdorman.
Utgangethes mann av lande. Forthan the hestyrað heora mod middirnum þingum. Swa Asaph forlet Éjszakai reis.
Sume sekka þætt he eastward over Sæfor.
Sume sekka þætt.
He sótte feoran lareoas and heora wisdom.
Odre sekka þætt.
He on wisdom forward.
A næfre eftkesevane wise.
Ak hit iske myndig betuk seldum mannum þætt he.
Is forside. Besja up to heofonum and quaith.
Se og kvensin þonne það tunglu hýra eldan stóa. Gemúnan.
En annan þætt. Ritgite.
Ungitan. Nemjafte. white cliffs meet the sea. Through Essex halls I spoke of stars, of distant ages yet afar. I told of a queen beyond the moon, of a turning wheel that would come soon. But elders feared the things I knew, and from their lands they cast me through. So I took the road, and the wind became my guide. I am Asaph the Wanderer, following the northern sky, searching for forgotten answers where the ancient secrets lie. Through the kingdoms and the oceans, through the darkness and the dawn, I am Asaph the Wanderer, forever moving on. South I sailed to a Spanish shore, where wise men watched the heavens soar. They traced the planets through the night and measured time by candlelight. They taught me names the stars once knew, and showed me signs in midnight blue. Yet in my heart there lingered still a voice beyond the scholar's will. For the books were bright, but they could not quench the fire. I am Asaph the Wanderer, following the northern sky, searching for forgotten answers where the ancient secrets lie. Through the kingdoms and the oceans, through the darkness and the dawn, I am Asaph the Wanderer, forever moving on. The northward crossed the restless foam to Jutland's forest, wild and lone, where mist would rise from ancient ground and stranger wisdom could be found. The witches sang beneath the trees, their voices carried by the breeze. No parchment spoke the words they knew, yet every note rang clear and true. Under moonlit branches swaying, I heard the hidden pathways call. Not in temples, not in kingdoms, but in the song beneath them all. And in the silence after singing, the stars seem closer than before. I am Asaph the Wanderer, following the northern sky, searching for the heavenly queen whose light no darkness can deny. Through the kingdoms and the oceans, through the ages yet unborn, I am Asaph the Wanderer, and my journey carries on. The road is long, the sea is wide, the stars remember what men forget, and somewhere beyond the edge of night, the queen is waiting still. rivers past the rain, leaving kingdoms far behind, leaving maps I could not find. On a shore of stone and bone, where the cold winds always moan, I heard a voice beyond the sea, calling through eternity. No church bell rang, no scholar spoke, only the wind and ancient oaks. Jutland Witch, sing your song to me. Jutland Witch, teach me what the stars can never see. Jutland Witch, in the moonlit grove you stand. Jutland Witch, keeper of the forgotten land. Beneath the ash trees old and gray, around the stones where shadows sway, she sang in words I could not know, yet somehow felt beneath my soul. Her silver eyes held winter skies, 1,000 years of lullabies, and every note she softly gave awoke a memory from the grave. No parchment held what she revealed, the oldest truths were never sealed. Jutland Witch, sing your song to me. Jutland Witch, teach me what the stars can never see. Jutland Witch, in the moonlit grove you stand. Jutland Witch, keeper of the forgotten land. Sing to the sea, sing to the stone, sing to the stars, older than Rome. Sing to the wind, sing to the flame, call what was lost back by its name. Sing to the night, sing to the dawn, what men forget still lingers on. Then she spoke the queen's true name, and all the forest seemed to change. The branches bowed, the shadows turned, and distant constellations burned. The queen you seek is not a throne, nor flesh, nor crown, nor carved stone. She is the door between the years, the voice that calls when time disappears. Jutland Witch, sing your song to me. Jutland Witch, now I know what the stars were trying to teach. Jutland Witch, in the moonlit grove you stand. Jutland Witch, guardian of the forgotten where golden sunlight warmed the sands, to Cordóba's halls of stone and light, where scholars watch the stars at night. They trace the planets through the years, recorded hopes and kings and fears. Yet one old man looked up and smiled, as if he'd known me all the while. He said, "Young wanderer, what do you seek? The stars above or truths beneath? Follow the fire star, burning through the night, drawing ancient pathways across the heavens bright. Kingdoms rise and kingdoms fall, empires turn to dust, yet the fire star remembers all, when mortal memories rust." He led me through a hidden room, filled with maps and candle gloom, Astrologer babes and weathered scrolls, the silent record of the world. Then from a chest of cedar wood he drew a chart, both old and worn. Upon its face were signs of fire returning through the ages born. And softly then the old man spoke, "The heavens do not rule the years, they simply keep their memory. Follow the fire star, burning through the night, drawing ancient pathways across the heavens bright. Kingdoms rise and kingdoms fall, empires turn to dust, yet the fire star remembers all, when mortal memories rust." The years were marked beside its trail, each blazing visit told a tale. 684, a crown was lost. 760, a kingdom crossed. 837, the banners burned, and every age in silence learned that when the fire star crossed the sky, the great wheel always turned. Look to the heavens when time grows thin, when endings gather and beginnings begin. For every flame that streaks above carries a memory, a warning, a love. The queen will come not clad in gold, nor seated on a throne, but in the turning of the ages, when the ancient seed is sown. Follow the fire star, burning through the night, drawing ancient pathways across the heavens bright. I will keep the star map safe, I will guard its hidden lore, until the queen returns again, as she has done before. The old man watched the comet fade beyond the edge of sight, and somewhere far beyond the stars, a wheel began to turn that night. where gardens slept beneath the night. The scholars traced the stars above, like hidden letters written by God. Among the books and turning spheres, an old man watched the passing years. His eyes had measured countless skies and seen the rise and fall of lives. He said, "Young wanderer, do not seek the truth in thunder, flame, or speech. The heavens whisper, never cry, to those who learn to watch the sky. Tempus rotet caelum manet, time may turn but heaven remains. Stellae servant quod homines oblivis canter. The stars preserve what men forget. Main patience viator mel. Be patient, my wandering friend. Veritas venit lumine. Truth arrives with light." He showed me charts of ancient kings, of broken crowns and vanished rings, of empires swallowed by the sand, and rivers changing through the land. And on a map of faded gold he marked the fire star's ancient road, returning through the centuries like some great clock above the seas. He said, "The comet does not shape the years, nor summon fortune, war, or tears. It only marks the turning wheel and shows what time intends to reveal. Tempus rotet caelum manet, time may turn but heaven remains. Stellae servant quod homines oblivis canter. The stars preserve what men forget. Main patience viator mel. Be patient, my wandering friend. Veritas venit lumine. Truth arrives with light. The witch of Jutland sang to me of hidden paths and memory. But here beneath Cordóba's sky I learned the reason why the song and star, the dream and chart were never worlds apart. For every cycle leaves a trace upon the heaven's silent face. Tempus rotet caelum manet, time may turn but heaven remains. Stellae servant quod homines oblivis canter. The stars preserve what men forget. Main patience viator mel. Be patient, my wandering friend. Veritas venit lumine. Truth arrives with light. At dawn he closed the ancient book and gave to me a final look. You are not master of the stars, nor keeper of eternal law. You are a witness passing through as countless others came and do. Protect the map, but understand, no man can hold time in his hand. Tempus rotet caelum manet, time may turn but heaven remains. Stellae servant quod homines oblivis canter. The stars preserve what men forget. Main patience viator mel. Be patient, my wandering friend. Veritas venit lumine. Truth arrives with light. The fire star will cross again, long after kingdoms meet their end. And somewhere in the turning years, the queen will walk among us again, 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 again. traced their arcs. Zaid unrolled an ancient page, preserved through dust and countless ages. A lion's head, a human frame, a serpent wound around his shape, a weathered key within his hand, like something I could not understand. The old man spoke, not every truth is born in books. Some hide where only time still looks. The key of Zurvan turns within the years, unlocking hidden pathways beyond our hopes and fears. The key of Zurvan, forged before the dawn, where every age remembers what the ages leave undone. Along the serpent's coiling spine were marks concealed by ancient hands, faded words in Coptic script like whispers drifting through the sands. When the fire starlights the sky, when the seventh gate appears, then shall the exile walk again. The fragments echo through the years, and as I read those broken lines, the room grew strangely still. The key of Zurvan turns within the years, unlocking hidden pathways beyond our hopes and fears. The key of Zurvan, forged before the dawn, where every age remembers what the ages leave undone. The serpent circled time itself, its endless body had no end. A ring of worlds, a wheel of stars, where every road returns again. Then Zayd looked into the night, beyond the lantern's fading glow, and quietly he spoke a name I thought no living man could know. Ophiel. Cast beyond the seven spheres into the outer dark, yet every cycle leaves a sign like embers from a spark. The fire star returns above, the serpent turns below, and hidden in the turning wheel, forgot his seed still grow. The key of Zurvan turns within the years, unlocking hidden pathways beyond our hopes and fears. The key of Zurvan, forged before the dawn, where every age remembers what the ages leave undone. The key of Zurvan calls across the sea toward the ancient halls of Alexandria, where the answers await for me. The key of Zurvan shines within the night, and somewhere beyond the serpent's coils, a distant fire burns bright. The chart was rolled, the candles died, yet one last question still remained. If time itself guards every door, who forged the key? came to seek the hidden hall and answers buried under stone. The city whispered ancient names of vanished kings and sacred flames, yet none would speak of what remained beneath the streets of Alexandria. Then from the shadows came a guide who knew the reason I had crossed the sea. The keepers of Alexandria, guardians of forgotten years, watching through the endless ages beyond the hopes and fears. The keepers of Alexandria, standing where the old gods sleep, holding fast the hidden wisdom they alone could keep. Through narrow passages below, where torchlight cast a golden glow, they led me to a silent room, untouched by centuries of dust. There stood the image they had shown, the lion face, the serpent coil, the weathered key within its hand. The Lord of time before me stood, and on the serpent's winding form the ancient carving still remained. The keepers of Alexandria, guardians of forgotten years, watching through the endless ages beyond the hopes and fears. The keepers of Alexandria, standing where the old gods sleep, holding fast the hidden wisdom they alone could keep. Then from a cedar chest they drew a fragment old as memory, a faded Latin manuscript preserved through war and dynasty. Its words spoke of the outer dark beyond the seven heavenly rings, where Ophiel had fallen once, beyond the reach of mortal kings. Et redibit sub stalagnia. The ancient letters seem to burn, and he shall return beneath the fire star. The meaning struck me like a storm. Then came a cry, steal the gang stone, footsteps rushing through the halls. The keepers drew their hidden blades as shadows climbed the ancient wall. The keepers of Alexandria, guardians of forgotten years, watching through the endless ages beyond the hopes and fears. The keepers of Alexandria, standing where the old gods sleep, holding fast the hidden wisdom they alone could keep. Of Alexandria, their blood upon the temple floor, while through the smoke and shattered silence I carried what they died for. The keepers of Alexandria, though their halls may fade away, the fragment and the fire star will guide me on my way. The harbor burned behind my eyes, the sea was dark and white, and hidden beneath my traveler's cloak the ancient words survived. Et redibit. And somewhere beyond the turning heavens, something heard them. westward, beyond the restless sea. The fragment slept beneath my cloak, its secrets calling me. The words of Enoch burned within like embers in the night, and every league I journeyed north drew hidden truths to light. The fire star had marked the years, the serpent marked the way, and somewhere in the frozen north, the answers chose to stay. Beneath the darkened sun, I follow ancient signs, through storm and mist and memory, between forgotten lies. Beneath the darkened sun, where sea and shadow run, the road too distant to awaits. Beneath the darkened sun. The fragment spoke of northern shores beyond the charts of men, not Iceland's peaks nor fabled lands, but farther still than them. A lonely isle by wind and wave, where sky and ocean meet, where time had left a hidden mark upon the stones beneath. The fire star would come again, the heavens turned above, yet something older called to me from silence deep enough. Beneath the darkened sun, I follow ancient signs, through storm and mist and memory, between forgotten lies. Beneath the darkened sun, where sea and shadow run, the road too distant to awaits. Beneath the darkened sun. At last I saw the northern cliffs rise from a steel gray sea. The winds of Fugloya sang a song as old as memory. I climbed among the weathered stones, where no man's name remained, and there I read the final line, the fragment still contained. Then daylight slowly faded, the seabirds ceased their cry, the waters darkened into glass, and shadows filled the sky. The sun became a ring of fire above the silent foam, and every tale I'd heard before suddenly felt known. The wheel of time, the serpent's coils, the fire stars return, the exile cast beyond the spheres. The lesson thought I heard a distant voice speak.